Okay, third time's the charm. Um, let's try and get through this, pretty simply. This is the third time, so I have a quick list of everything that I want to see in a Percy Jackson series. This one's going to be pretty short because everyone else has like 20 to 37 minute videos about what they want to see in a series. This is just my quick list of like things that I really want to see, because I'm not going to get into the Annabeth's past and a correct actual adaptation of the book, because that's a given. These are just the kind of nitpicks that I want to see. Smelly Gabe. I want a good representation of Smelly Gabe playing poker, smelling like a sewer in the apartment. I don't want Percy coming home and talking smack to him. I want Percy to actually be a little bit intimidated of Smelly Gabe like he is in the book. Not that the first Gabe was bad, he was just not great. So there's that quick. I want that to be seen. I want him to be called Smelly Gabe. That's another thing. He's got to be called a Smelly Gabe. That would be awesome. Next two things: Seaweed Brain and Smart Girl. When you think Percabeth, you think those names. Those are like the actual name for Percabeth should be like an amalgamation of like Seaweed Girl or something, so like Smart Brain or something like that. Obviously those sound terrible, but you get what I'm saying. Quick thank you to Logan Lerman, who went to Twitter and said that he hopes this series gets the recognition the book deserved. Quick disclaimer: I really liked you as Percy. I thought you did amazing with what you were given. The movies being trash are not your fault. You were the best part of the movie. But the movies were just kind of garbage. That's not your fault, but thank you for that tweet. That was pretty awesome. And that means a lot to some other people. So just thanks for that. Next thing, spin-offs. I want to see Heroes of Olympus, Magnus Chase, Trials of Apollo, Kane Chronicles. I want to see it all. I want to see it all. I want to see short stories. This is the next thing on the list. Short stories like Demigods and Magicians, or maybe even something like Half-Blood Confidential. Like, I want to see where Percy and Annabeth meet the Canes. I want to see the Sword of Hades short story. Because seeing that with live action would be awesome. So some of those stories would be awesome to see. And the last thing on this list, like I said, is a short list. Do not, capital letters, do not make this politically correct. Do not virtue signal, do not pander, do not bend the knee in any way. So what if these are stories, the first 5 books, and the Kane Chronicles? Who cares if they're a bunch of straight kids? Carter's black, obviously. So that's fine. Nothing against blacks anyway, because Charlie Beckendorf is like one of my favorite characters. So, putting the color aside, because you're gonna Disney's gonna try and gender swap everyone like Marvel. My gosh, the Eternals. That's gonna be a mess. And I'm not going to go see it. So, have fun going down in the dumps, Marvel. So, no gender swapping, no race swapping. I don't want to see any of that. Do not mention that Nico is gay until the 4th book of Heroes of Olympus. I do not want you to even show an inkling of attraction to Percy. I don't want any of that. Because if you do that, you're going to get a lot of hate mail from a lot of people who didn't know that was a thing until the Heroes of Olympus, because it's not important until the Heroes of Olympus. You want to show that he's gay in Heroes of Olympus, that's fine. But it has to be the House of Hades. That's the only way it's actually acceptable. And then you can show that he and Will might get together like Rick Riordan wrote it in the 5th book, where you kind of assume that they might be more than friends. I don't want you mentioning Apollo as bisexual until you get to the Trials of Apollo, and I don't want you saying anything about anyone's sexuality unless it actually matters and is done right by the books. Because, yeah, I know that Alex Fierro is a gender fluid Arger. It still doesn't really matter. So, I don't want you pandering. Just leave everything the way it was. Doesn't matter if Percy Jackson is a bunch of straight white kids with a few black kids here and there. And I want to see Charlie Beckendorf get a emotional scene in the 5th book. I want an emotional scene attached to Charlie Beckendorf. That's about it for this video. If you're offended, I don't care. It's like my slogan here. #Real Talk. Anyway, all that aside, if you agree with this list, mention it down below. If you have a upset thought in your head, also leave it in the comments. I don't care. Leaving on a good note, can't wait to see what this Percy Jackson series does, and I'm really happy that it's happening. So, see you all in the next one. Bye.